Madera High has been, is, and always will be a source of immense community pride.
Madera was founded in 1876, with the first school being built in 1877. Named East Side School, and a few years later, West Side School was built. In 1893, 150 Madera citizens signed and filed a petition urging for a four-year high school. The Madera County Board of Education made a provision for the organization of a secondary school. West Side School was then remodeled to house a group of 10 high school students. The first high school students enrolled in the fall of 1894 and graduated the class of 1897. The second floor of the building was used for the high school students after it was remodeled, while the first floor was used for the elementary students. That's how things remained for 10 years. In 1902, the school was officially named Madera Union High School, and it would remain named that until 1966.
My name is Ron Pisk, and I first came to Madera High School in 1973 as a teacher. And I was a social studies teacher and a coach for a couple of different sports, but I've been here continuously since 1973. There was a lot of time that elapsed through it. So I was a teacher until 1986. And then at that point, I became a vice principal in the district. And then I was at a number of different sites. I didn't come back to the high school as principal until 1998. The campus looked way different back in 1973. The social studies building, which is out by the tennis courts, that didn't exist then. And the library, the new library, didn't exist. That was built. And then didn't have all the portables that they have on there now. So the campus has changed in terms of its whole setting to try to bring some of it up to more modern standards. The gym, I think the gym will be there forever. That is the strongest building I've ever seen. And that opened in 1938, and it's still going good. The pit now, that used to be part of the old main building. That's where it was located. It was taken down because it didn't meet any of the earthquake standards. I got to tell you that after leaving in '86 and coming back in '98, significant difference from the school I left at '86 to the school that I took principalship of in '98. So a lot of things happened in Madera over those many years. Probably first and foremost was the incredible growth that the city of Madera had experienced.
My name is Robin Cosgrove, and I'm the principal of Madera High School. My history at Madera High School started when I was very young. I remember coming to football games at Madera High School at Memorial Stadium when I was a kid with my dad. So cheering on the Coyotes from a young age before I became a student here and got to experience it myself. I started high school in 1989 was my freshman year, fall of my freshman year, and I graduated in 1993, 30 years ago. If you come onto the campus, it looks very similar to when I was in high school. The names of the buildings have changed though, but the biggest, overall change to me is, and again, I think it's from seeing it from the lens of an adult versus a student, is the sense of Coyote pride and the overall, it's like we call it our Coyote family. So it just feels good to be on campus. It's very welcoming. If you look at the word pride, it means perseverance, respect, integrity, dedication, and excellence. But really at its foundation, it's our traditions and our Coyote family that I think of when I hear Coyote pride. It's truly what we feel about this school and the pride that we have walking on the campus and representing ourselves as Madera High Coyotes.
And one of the little slogans that became very prominent was "Bleed Blue," and it was like that's the true-born, Coyote kind of thing. And the kids seemed to take, pride in it, and it was common that when we would have school rallies, we'd have 4,000 kids in the stadium, and it would be a madhouse. I mean, they were all in, and they really enjoyed the kinds of things that really showed the spirit for the Coyotes. And I think the community understands it a lot better now. The concept of one high school, everybody was a Coyote, was an entrenched to the death kind of mentality. It was not unusual at football games to see people wearing their 1952 Letterman jackets and that kind of thing. I mean, everybody for over 100 years was a Coyote. And Grandpa was a Coyote, and everybody was a Coyote, and everybody had blue and white, and that was just the way it was.
I think because of its long-standing traditions, so many generations have attended here, and not a lot's changed, and they just still feel the connection of Madera High School.
Welcome, class of 2020, to our senior send-off video.
I'm Ali Barriga. I'm currently a kinesiology sports administration major at Fresno State. This is my 4th year there. I'm currently on the dance team. This is my 3rd year on the team, and I'm also in a sorority, Delta Gamma. I was very involved in high school. Since I got here, I loved being involved. I was involved in leadership. My senior year, I was ASB president. My junior year, I was vice president. I was involved in many clubs on campus, like Link Crew, Blue Crew, SCA, Fashion Club, and then I also did sports, so I did cheer, dance. I even did dive. I'm a back-to-back Valley champ. I was also on the gymnastics team and STEM team. I'm a 3rd year Madera High generation here. My grandfather came, my 2 parents, my mom and my dad, they're both Madera High graduates, and I also had aunts and uncles that came as well. I was born a Coyote. I used to come to football games, basketball games. I did the camps when I was little. I did the dance and cheer camps when I was little. I just knew that that's what I wanted to do, and I knew where I wanted to be when I got to high school. It's an honor to be here and to be a graduate from the original high school in Madera. The connections I made throughout the years, it felt like home to me. It was a safe place for me. I always felt so welcomed here. Just getting to know the staff and the students and building those connections and creating those memories with them and everyone here. Homecoming was probably my favorite, from staying here, especially my senior year, the late nights in ASB, to the early morning setups for rallies. Homecoming was my favorite, and my senior year I had the honor to be on the homecoming court like my mom when she was in high school, and just seeing my dad and him being so proud walking me down to be crowned was it was like something I will never forget, an experience that I'll never forget. It definitely brought the community together. From the parade, anyone can come, so the whole community would show up, to the rally, and then at the game, the community was definitely there.
In '98, we didn't have a homecoming parade, and so there used to be one years ago, and it was never a real big one. But in '98, when the president of the student body came in, and that was Charles Rigby, I remember him real well, and he said they would like to do some type of homecoming parade, and they wanted to do a parade from Courthouse Park to the high school. I said, well, if we're going to do a parade, we're going to do it, we're going to go big. And that's when we recreated the homecoming parade and started downtown on Main Street at the Bank of America building down there, and came right down Main Street all the way over to the stadium, and then had the big rally and all that. We made it a huge deal. Now, fortunately, they've still carried on that tradition. It's been altered a little bit now with 3 schools. You kind of they had to adjust the parade routes and stuff. But the first time we did the parade, there was still just Madera High. So we had the downtown community, the stores, all those things. They had blue and white day, store decoration contests, all kinds of stuff. It was a whole community thing. Well, everybody was a Coyote. And I had made the comment, I said, once a year, we should have a day where everybody should be proud to be a Coyote. And that first homecoming parade we had, I mean, just blew the wheels off of Madera.
I love when the community reaches out to us. We'll have, former classes 30, 40, 50 years ago who want to come to our homecoming game and with their class for the reunion, and how that sense of pride is still there.
One of the things about Madera High is, again, it's the epitome of the small town America. And it was the real lifeblood. Everything kind of centered around the high school. And like I said, during the sports and those kinds of things, the community was very, very supportive. And they wanted the kids to do well. They always wanted the kids to be successful. Academically, it really made a difference for a lot of kids. And there was a lot of programs that were provided for them that are outstanding kinds of programs.
The experiences and the memories that I've made here have helped me grow as a person and prepared me for college. I had so many, all my teachers, and from counselors to everyone that worked here from the administration, they definitely had the best interests at heart for all of their students. I know that from experience, and I know that many other students can say that as well.
Things have shifted as far as it not being just about academics. It's social emotional learning is very important, and making sure kids are feeling comfortable being at school and their mental health is good as they're learning. It has been a change in education, but great in seeing the staff and the community support that.
Madera High means a lot to me and my family, from being generation here at Madera High School. It was a family, the love, the connections, the community here. It all meant a lot to me, and the experiences and the memories that I made here at Madera High shaped me to become the person that I am. So it truly holds a lot of value in my heart.
Madera High has been, is, and always will be a source of immense community pride. And you're going to see those 1952 Letterman's jackets in the stadium forever, because you know what, they're just, those are Coyotes through and through. You bleed blue.